All right, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, fishing accomplices, good afternoon and welcome back to fishing. So it has been a little while since I posted a video, not for lack of effort. I have probably shot this introduction at least 6 or 7 times in the last 2 months. I have just not been able to put a good fishing session together, not because I've been fishing a lot, just I have not had a lot of time or the energy to want to go fishing. But today I got out of work early and I said, if it's nice and half decent, we're going to try and go do something. So it's a bit windy this whole weekend. The wind forecast looks like a non-starter for the kayak, but that's not an excuse to not try fish. So just going, low effort, going to do some freshwater fishing, slap on the waders, throw the jerk bait, and just fish real slow. Hopefully encounter some trout or bass. And we've had some more warmer weather the last couple days, so I have a good feeling that some kind of pre-spawn action's on its way. So if you're watching this, this is going to be the break of the streak where I actually catch something half decent that you might actually want to see. So do stay tuned, because this is the place you want to be, because we're about to do, you know it's true, some fishing accomplished. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Whatever. Stay with me. All right, here we go. Hitting the water. First time fishing this spot in years. Moment of truth, too. Because one of the last times I went fishing, I noticed I had a pretty significant leak in my waders right at the boot. And it's time to find out if we successfully sealed the leak. Tried a few products. Combination of them. Ooh, prickly bushes. Let's see if we did a good job. All right, getting in. All right, so far so dry. Still dry. No way. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Let's get out a little further. Let's cast out the shadow wrap. See if this is too deep diving. Work this thing nice and slow. I think it might be a little too shallow for this right here. Yeah, I'm dragging bottom. Just realized I left the scale in the car as long as my measuring tape, so went back to get it while I'm not that far. And while I'm at it, I switched up lures. Still fishing a stick bait, but now we're going for the shadow wrap slow floating as opposed to sinking, just because it's not that deep here, and pulling up a lot of bottom as we go. So see if this makes a difference. All right, so a little commentary. I shot this video back in mid to late March. I got out of work a little early, like I said, and wasn't even sure that I'd actually go fishing, but the stars aligned just right, so I decided to get out of the house and just never got around to taking this footage and making a video with it. But just some of the background, I'm fishing in my waders, obviously, fishing wrapless shadow wraps, fishing them really, really slow. Like, there's points where I'm going to slow down the footage just because, or speed up the footage just because it'd be just really boring to watch me just sitting, waiting for a fish to come. But yeah, the key is just casting it out when it's this, the water's still cold, giving it a twitch and just waiting and waiting and waiting, and then repeating the process. This first spot I went to, I thought had potential, but there was a lot of weed in the water, which was kind of screwing up the presentation of this particular lure. So after about, a good hour or so of fishing here, I decided to pick up all my things and go to a different area in the same lake. And fortunately, it did end up paying off. I've definitely seen fish in this particular part of the lake before, but just for what I was trying to do this particular day, it just wasn't the way to go. So it was a good thing that I did pack it up because, well, you'll see in the next clip.
Got him. Got him. Got him. Nice fish. Nice fish. Bass. Nice smallmouth. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Oof. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Nice 2.5. Guess that move was the right move. Pretty fish. Been too long. Alright, finally got something worth getting on film. See if we can make a double feature. Alright, so yeah, welcome back to fishing, of course. I'm assuming that this is probably a continuation of my last video. It is just a few days later, and I'm trying to get right back to more or less the same area, trying to get on some fish. But yeah, yesterday was a complete washout. It was rainy, windy, etc. And today is quite windy, so hence the reason we're not launching the kayak. But I'm okay with that. Just some, you know, low stakes shore fishing from the waders, which are hopefully not leaking still. But I can think of no better way to pick up this video than a seltzer review, first of 2023. So we got our Nixie pomegranate green tea. So let's crack this puppy open and make a review. Got a good crisp to it. I gotta say, folks, Nixie is definitely, you know, most underrated seltzer brand that I have had the pleasure of reviewing on this channel. And if you come for the seltzer reviews, then this is a strong start for 2023. All right, first spot. Let's see what we can do over here. Not where I got that fish last time, but pretty close. Get a little vantage point. All right. Yeah, so this was actually 2 days later than the last part of the video, the introduction. And it's the same lake, just a different part of it. Closer to the second spot I was fishing, obviously. This would have been a day where if I could have, I would have launched the kayak. But as you'll see in a little bit in some of the clips, it was just really, really windy out. And it just didn't make sense for me to, you know, go through all that struggle when I could just fish from the shore. So you're not going to see it all, but I tried a lot of different things in this particular day as I had more time. Obviously, I started off with just the jerkbait, the shadow wrap, and just really twitching it slow, pausing, but wasn't getting anything. So I mixed up a number of different things. I tried a few crankbaits. I tried some soft plastics. Couldn't get a bite with that. Ended up doing a fair amount of hiking, moving around, and after a little bit of trial and error, I eventually did get a hit, but it didn't quite go the way I wanted. But eventually I would wrap things up the way I wanted to, though it did take quite a bit of time. Trying to get a little bit out of the wind. A lot shallower here than I thought it'd be. A lot of weeds too, but still fishable. Should be a little easier over here. There he is, there he is. Nice fish, nice fish. Oh, I dropped him. Damn. Damn it. Alright, well, that's a good sign. Dropped the fish, felt good. Wasn't on there long. See if we can coerce him back. That's no good. All right, literally just lost a fish and then got hung up and lost a lure, but just shake it off. It's definitely a sizable tree in the water over here. It's probably why that fish was here in the first place, but who knows. Such a subtle tap. It was just like a little tap, set the hook, and he was on there. Had some nice weight to it, but we will never know just what or how big it was. Just gotta press on. Got him. We're on, finally. Took hours. Such a subtle bite too, nice fish. Nice fish. Oh boy. Thought this net situation would work a lot better than this, but it's clipped into me. Stay down. Seemed like this would be a lot easier. Come on. I prefer not to get a handful of hooks. There we go. What a chonker. Woo! What a chonker. Probably not like the one we lost, but it's easy for me to say that. Break out the pliers. All right, he got all tangled around, or she, I should say, got all tangled around the hook, but really nice little chunky smallmouth, probably 2.5, flirting with 3. Let's get her back. Healthy fish. All right, finally broke the skunk for today. Especially after that one we lost earlier. It felt good to succeed. Got on the shadow wrap. Really just fishing it slow, kind of nearly parallel-ish to the shoreline. Not super deep, but just really fishing this thing slow. That was such a subtle bite. Like, I barely felt that thing hit the lure, but in fact, I wasn't even sure if it was a fish right away. I thought I just kind of rubbed into a rock, but there it was. So there's always hope. Definitely gonna need to figure out something with this net situation, just because you know, I had like an actual string for it, but somehow lost it, and I keep dropping it if it's not attached to me. So it's attached, but it's not necessarily easy to get when you're fighting a fish. So it's fortunate that time, but it might not be so lucky next time. But let's see if we can tie up with another fish or two before we call it, as I do have to work tomorrow. All right, that's gonna do it for this outing. Nothing too spectacular. It would have really been nice if we got that first fish that got off, but that's fishing. I have a feeling it was probably a really nice smallmouth, but we will never know, but that's my hunch. It's definitely nice to get that second one, though, to make things right and make this a complete video. So yeah, nothing spectacular. If anything, this is kind of like a prologue for the 2023 season. And I know I'm a little late to the party. I know some of the guys that I fish with and people that you follow probably been fishing this whole winter, and that was the original plan, but it just didn't really work out with just my schedule, and every time I went out the conditions weren't great. But
It is starting now, and I like to say every time we get out now, it's going to be easier than the last. So thank you for watching. Even if it wasn't what you were expecting or hoping for, I'm really hoping that this season's going to be a good one. And, you know, we do all the things we've done the previous seasons and then some. So I will catch you on the water soon. And you know what we're going to do. We're going to get some fishing accomplished in 2022, +1, 2023. See you later. Goodbye from fishing.